quick intro before one of my other boys wakes up for the day. I'm very excited for this video because this year one of my goals was to lessen screen time for the boys, and I wanted to do more activities and just things that would keep them occupied without going into the TV. So this video is filled with some different activities and just things you can do with your little ones this winter inside, because right now there's snow on the ground outside and we can't get outside all day like we could in the summertime or something, so it's harder to just find activities indoors. So I wanted this video to be encouraging and helpful and inspiring to any of you mothers who are wanting to lessen screen time but also want to find some activities for your kids to do inside. So I hope this is encouraging to you. My boys are 3 and 1, almost 2 years old, so these are directed more towards younger kids, but you can change these up in any way to benefit older children as well. So a lot of these activities are not expensive to do or are completely free, just using like cardboard and water, things like that. Some of the activities I shared in here also include puzzles and toys and things, so I try to do a variety of different activities that you can choose from to do with your little ones, and I will have everything linked below that you see in this video to hopefully help you make it easy to have maybe a screen-free winter this time, or just maybe lessen it like we are doing in our home. So yeah, before I jump into the video, hello, my name is Hannah. If you are new here, this is Your Anointed Home. I make videos on motherhood and just stewarding your home well for the Lord. So if you like that type of content, please subscribe and stick around, and also go check out my website, youranointedhome.com. I share about these types of topics all the time over there, so go check that out to be more encouraged. And yeah, let's just jump into the video. So yeah, I'm going to switch over to a voiceover now just so you can see the different activities we're doing, see how long the boys took in the activity before they got distracted by something else, and so forth. Yeah, like I said, everything will be linked below, so go check that out, and I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, let's go into the activities. This first one is a pom-pom sensory bin kind of thing. I just pulled out some little bowls, some bigger bowls, some spoons, some measuring cups, some scoops for them to play with, and they started playing like this was ice cream. I didn't tell them this, that Caden got this out of his imagination, and then Riley was just scooping those, using it more as a sensory activity for him because he is younger. And he was doing so good at it, and this is a very simple activity to do. You don't have to use pom-poms. You could use anything that you have that is little. You could use ice cubes. I love doing ice cubes. That's probably one I should have added to this video, is just having kids play with ice cubes will keep them so occupied, and it's pretty much mess free because it's just water you can clean up. And anyway, back to the pom-poms. This is a very easy activity. I just grabbed a bag of pom-poms from the store, and sometimes I'll do color sorting with these, especially with my older one, and then we are teaching colors to our younger one right now as well, so they are great. A great option to be teaching colors with. Depending on the age of your children, you can do different things with this type of activity. You can put these in bigger bins. You can use it as imagination play like they were doing here with ice cream, or you could do it as a learning tool or a teaching tool, especially if you are in the homeschool years. This one is always a favorite for my boys, and it kept them occupied for quite a long time. Caden even got some of his other little cars and toys and started putting pom-poms into that as well. Of course, if you're using ice or some other type of material, you may not want to be pulling cars into, or cars or toys into this play, but this kept them occupied for such a long time, 30 minutes I believe. This next one is a fun sensory bin I put together for them. I got little tractors and backhoes and things and oats, and just put them into a bin and had them just playing with them. I got a paper towel roll and cut that in half to have as a chute to pour oats down, and they loved it, especially my older one. He played with this for so long and then took the little tractors out into the dirt and played with those. My younger one didn't really get the concept of it. He played a little bit, then pretty much just dumped out the oats and moved on to something else. So depending on the age of your kid, I think this is a really fun imagination play for them. And then also, depending on the weather you have, we were able to get outside this day. It wasn't too cold, but if you're in the thick of winter, oats are a very fun thing to play with because they are very easy to just vacuum up when they are dry, and it's not a huge mess even if we do it inside the house. But for these type of things, if you have the opportunity to get out of the house, this is a great type of sensory thing to do. So rice also works very well for this. This next activity is just Play-Doh. My boys always ask for Play-Doh. I love just keeping it in stock in the house, and I have been loving to add some learning into our Play-Doh time. Right here you can see that I put some numbers together and was asking my older one what they were and using those to count, and then we were doing some with shapes. He really enjoyed doing the shapes. I rolled out just some long like log pieces and cut those into smaller sizes so he could make shapes. He ended up making squares and triangles, making circles, and he had such a fun time with that. And then he loves doing like other things and doing imagination play with it, making ice cream and making different animals out of it and snowmen. My younger one just pretty much likes to play with the Play-Doh and pull it apart. I have little dinosaur toys in our box that he likes to like stick into the Play-Doh. Just depending on the age of your children, this may look different. Also, if you are looking for a non-toxic Play-Doh that maybe your children have problems with like eating the Play-Doh like one of mine does, a non-toxic option may be a good fit for you. I will leave that linked below, as well as all of the other little activity things you see in this video. But yeah, right here you see him making a triangle out of it, and he just loved it and found so much joy when he would actually put the shapes together himself. So really fun activity and very simple and not really expensive to do. This next one includes a toy, and that is a wooden train set. My boys love this, and it's so fun because you could do so many different things with it. The way it clips together, you can make so many different shapes and roads and bridges, different things. And my oldest really likes to play with the little people and animals that come with this set, and he will play so long with it. My younger one will like to get in there and try to get the cars and things, but my older one is pretty much kind of possessive of it. This next one is another sensory bin, and I just used some colorful buttons. I grabbed like a pack at the store. You can find these on Amazon as well. And just grab some pretty much trash type of stuff, some old scoops from different bottles, some paper towel rolls. I got a little container and slit a hole in it so we could put buttons in it as a sensory activity. And this was so fun. They went and played different like food with it. They were cooking the buttons, and they played for probably 45 minutes with this thing. They had so much fun just scooping and looking at it, and my younger one really loved putting the buttons into the container like you see here. Depending on the age of your children, you may want bigger buttons or smaller buttons, just depending on what age they are and what you feel comfortable with them doing. This next activity was super fun. I made binoculars out of just some paper towel rolls. I cut in half, staple those together, wrap some tape around it just to like do a different color to distinguish differently, and then stapled some ribbons on that to have around their neck, and they loved this. They played so long with this, chasing pirates, and they played weeks after with these binoculars. Okay, another fun thing I always like to pull out on days when I'm trying to not turn the TV on is puzzles. We have a variety of puzzles, and my boys really do love them just because they're colorful. Some have cars on them they get excited about, some have dinosaurs, and they just love putting it all together. There are different ones. These ones with the little pegs on them are a huge hit, and they're like smaller, so I love just having these to store. And both of my boys absolutely love them. The pegs make it easy for my 1-year-old to put together, and it is very easy for him to match up the different pictures because of how colorful and different they are. He will spend so much time just doing this because he is a little slower at it, but he is very determined to get it matched. Then there are other type of jigsaw puzzles, things that we will pull out, some alphabet puzzles, and they will spend pretty much an hour just putting all different puzzles together if I get a lot of them out. There are so many we have. I will leave some linked below, and then I have a whole list of toys and puzzles for young children over on my Amazon storefront. I will leave that list below as well. Okay, another thing we like to do is just water play. I will just turn the sink on and pull up a chair and just have them play with the water with bowls and spoons and cups and things I'll put in there, and they will honestly spend as long as I will let them playing with water. Sometimes I'll do it in the bathtub too. Sometimes it will get messy, so keep a towel handy. Another thing is just baking. Bring them in the kitchen with you while you are cooking and while you are baking. It is such a simple activity to do with them. Yes, sometimes it gets messy like you are about to see here, but you just have to go with it, and it teaches you to be patient and control yourself, and I'm still learning that too when I'm in the kitchen and they want to help. But it does take a lot of time out of the day, and it keeps them occupied when you're trying not to turn the TV on, and you have fun and you have memories with them if you are not stressing out yourself. So those are what I have for you. Those are about 9 or 10 different activities that we have been implementing this winter as we try to cut back on screen time. I hope these were encouraging and inspiring to you. I hope they gave you some tips and just some inspiration for activities you can do with your little ones, or older children, depending on the age that you have, this winter. And I will have everything linked below so you can check out all of the puzzles and the train set and some of the supplies I use for their boxes. I really hope there was some inspiration in this video, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye, friends.